Welcome everybody to this episode of the podcast cross-platform Action Squad podcast. I think this is episode 6.
Yeah.
It's me, Riley, joined by Mark, Zach, and Malia.
Yep. No Jesse.
I am Mark.
Because Jesse doesn't care about anybody.
I miss him.
Shut up, Malia. Shut up. Anyways,
He's probably good.
You should know by now that we don't talk good about Jesse, and if you do, then you're not one of us and you're not welcome here.
God damn it.
So, anyways, let's start off with everyone's favorite segment, podcast questions, so that they can leave once their question is answered. So, our first question comes from Trash Eater. What is your favorite word from the Urban Dictionary?
Oh. Isn't like every word in the
dang.
Urban Dictionary, really?
There's a lot of words.
Yeah. What's your favorite word in the English language?
I think mine is cuck.
Mine?
Dude,
No.
I was actually going to say cuck, like, honestly.
Mine
And
is
it's not because of the
A.
definition, because of the fucking sentence they use as an example. The sentence, I have it up right here because I looked it up just so I was ready for this. It's, John watched his wife get fucked by another man. What a cuck. That's the fucking sentence they have for an example.
That's so proper. It's like something you'd see in like a 50s magazine. Like
It's great. Anyways,
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
I hit random word and I got duck butter. It is the combination of sweat from the ball sack and anus that creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole, occurring usually from an unwashed scrotum, creating a smelly odor that worsens and thickens and odor by the minute. Okay, that was worded weird. Also known as DB or Deeb. The
Deeb.
sentences
Deeb.
are, Bobby rubbed his Deeb all over his roommate's pillows, and I have some killer DB today.
Damn it, Bobby.
Ooh.
Duck butter.
Duck butter.
Duck butter sounds good, but I like the word grundle that they used as well. Grundle's a fun
Yeah.
word.
So, this is more of like 2 words, but Alaskan pipeline.
Oh god, no.
Ever hear of an Alaskan pipeline?
I feel like I have, but entertain me.
So it's the act of pooping into a condom, freezing the rubber overnight, and then inserting it into one's anus.
Okay, I
You
have
know what
never
I call
heard of that.
I love the sentences they use. It says, "Hey Brian, you want to give me an Alaskan pipeline?
Oh my god.
You know I can't do that again. Dad will spank us."
Oh, fuck.
Ah, shucks, Brian. You know how much I love those. Yeah.
Urban Dictionary is so good.
Sounds like an ongoing series between Brian and not Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brian!
I like how they didn't give a second name to the other guy.
It's
Brian.
probably Stewie.
It's Andy.
Oh.
It was what?
Andy
Oh.
from Toy Story.
Fuck Andy. man.
Ugh.
He's out of the picture now.
One day, while Andy was masturbating, Woody got wood.
Get the fuck out of here. We
Dude,
do
Woody
not
got-
speak of that.
Okay, real quick though. Woody Got Wood was probably my favorite story of all time.
Don't ever go
Really?
listen
You
to
think
that
so?
story. Anyone. Don't do it.
No, see, mine
It's like up there though.
is the one where Fluttershy fucks that tree.
I don't want to know about that one.
Oh, well, we used to listen.
I don't.
We used to play Monster Hunter while listening to it. So, Rocco, what the fuck? Anyways,
It's pretty good.
let's move on to our next question. Who's your favorite online artist, both famous and under the radar? This comes from Kaz.
Oh, dude. Dives.
Dives?
Dude, Dives.
Diives.
Yeah, Dives is pretty good.
What does he do?
Porn.
A lot of porn.
Sweet, man. So, like, Shadman's
Yeah,
still
Google
a
it.
thing that we can say, too?
I wouldn't because I heard he's kind of over it, but he did a lot of lolly stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not into it, so he stopped doing that. He's still into, traps, though.
I mean, aren't we all?
No.
Yeah, who isn't?
But traps are gay.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Riley's the
I
only
gotta tell you,
straight
Riley, you're
one
missing
here.
out.
Okay,
Nothing beats
I'll take
that
your word
visceral
for it.
surprise when your girlfriend whips out a penis.
I'll take your word for it. Good luck with that. I'm never gonna have a girlfriend. Haha, joke's on me.
Oh.
Riley,
Oh,
why are you so sad?
Any other artists? Let's not talk about me.
Okay.
underground artists.
I
My
really love
favorite
Oni,
artist. Oni's really good.
and I like him as a person too, from what I gather.
It's fun.
We're best friends. I call him Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not true, but I would like to be friends. I love him.
Fucking.
Get this to Oni, everyone.
Don't. He'll think I'm autistic.
Dude, Zach Hadel. Like, I like his drawings because they're pretty intricate.
Intercrit.
Intercrit.
Yep.
He just rolls a d20
In my
and
clit.
it pops out of nowhere.
Oh, cool.
Interclit. He pulls it out of his clit.
Uh,
I don't think you pull things out of your clit, Malia.
You don't know. You're not a woman.
Stop it, Rock.
Okay, you got me there.
Ugh.
I can't mansplain the clitoris to Malia.
I have it over all of you and over my labias.
don't.
How big is your fucking clit?
So what?
All right, let's
so
move
what
on.
What kind of what kind of artists are we talking about? Just like art in general, like animation stuff like that too.
Oh, I assumed like web art.
Oh yeah, because if we're talking like animators, one of my favorites is Felix Colgrave.
Who's that?
He's
I
the
don't
guy
know who
that
that
he did the Elephant's Garden animation on YouTube.
Oh shit.
He did I think it's called Triple King, Double King. That one's also really good. He does a lot of really cool stuff. I really like his work.
Yo, does Walrus guy count?
No,
Doesn't
Oh.
he does. Yeah, he
But he draws.
what is his name? Like Nicholas Wallstrom, something like that. That doesn't sound
Yeah.
right. It might be. I don't know.
Walrus Man takes me back. Like, how long ago were we watching this stuff?
Yeah, we watched him when he was Walrus Guy, not Walrus Man. Now he's a Walrus Man.
Oh.
He grew up.
He did this really good self-portrait of himself where he replaced it, where it was like him nude, and he replaced his dick with Littlefoot from The Land Before Time, and it was pretty good.
I think I remember seeing that. Fuck.
That made me and Mark
My
laugh
favorite
for the
artist.
entire night when we first saw it.
It was the funniest thing to look at.
Fuck.
Any other things we want to talk about?
Riley is one of my favorite artists.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Riley's good.
I once had Riley draw on my wall for $25.
Yeah.
What?
I think it's still up there.
And painted it.
Is it still up there?
Yeah.
I didn't
No,
hear anything you just
it's
said.
Oh, they painted over that?
Yeah.
It was up for a long
Bitches.
time, though.
Yeah, Mark's bedroom had a mural painted by Riley when we were kids.
Oh, that. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you did a second one too down here too.
Did I?
Oh, we started to. We were going to
Oh,
draw us with our Pokemon teams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
My favorite artist is this guy named, he goes by the handle of Reaper Sun. He used to do a lot of Gaia Online art. Anybody who doesn't know Gaia Online, you're lucky. Those were dark days, and they're darker now for anyone that still uses
Yeah,
the
if you
site.
can tell by Mark and my reactions.
Yeah.
It's a collective
Oh,
cringe.
it's all advertisements and like cash shops now. It is terrible. Like beforehand, you could use it as like a cute little avatar site. Now it's like a fucking hindrance every click you make. But yeah, I didn't know who it was just looking through the Gaia art, and then eventually I found them through just fan art, and they draw like a lot of gay smut. But looking
Favorite.
beyond that, the way that they make yeah, it's my favorite. The way they make characters look, it's like the perfect like cartoon versions of whatever characters.
Interesting. Do you think if I paid him a commission, he'd animate my OC?
Yes. Well, I don't know. They're actually like super busy with like a lot of stuff. I think they still worked with like Gaia Online stuff, and then they moved on to comics, I think. Like big name comics.
Good for them.
Yeah. I mean, they were on the scene for like forever.
If anyone is into like fantasy and more creature art, I really like a man by the name of William Stout. He's got some cool shit out there.
I'm going to keep the Dives tab open as well for later.
So let's see. Anybody else have anything else they'd like to say about artists?
Nah.
Okay. So, the next question we have is from Trash Eater. What is your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Oh, dude, butter pecan.
Oh, that's a tough one.
I mean,
There's this.
I don't know.
I'm from Michigan,
There's this-
so Mackinac Island fudge is up there.
Yeah.
I mean, that always holds a special place in my heart.
There's a
It's
creamery
stuff
up the
there.
road here that has some of the best Mackinac Island, or yeah, not the best Mackinac Island fudge, but they have the best butter pecan, and they have Mackinac Island fudge, but I can't vouch for its like authenticity.
I'm a plain Jane vanilla guy, but other than vanilla and like being lame, Moose Tracks are fucking
Moose
amazing.
Tracks.
That was my
Good.
favorite for a while, at least when I was a kid.
I don't really like ice cream in general. I don't really like really sugary stuff. But if I go for ice cream, I like more sorbet flavors.
Dude, do
Like
you count
fruity stuff.
sherbet?
Yeah. Isn't that
Yeah.
sorbet? Isn't that how you pronounce sherbet? It's sorbet.
Yeah. Dude,
No,
Sure.
sorbet and sherbet are different things.
Well, whatever. I like sorbet.
I like orange sherbet.
Me too, dude. Like dreamsicle shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Malia's going pee-pee right now, so.
Oh, what a bitch.
I would
I'm
too
gonna-
if we
I'm
were
gonna say
talking
that
about orange
she-
sherbet.
But I think she really likes Superman. ice
Superman's
cream.
good.
All I know about Superman
I
ice
don't know
cream
what
these
else.
days is that like 9-year-olds like it.
And I like 9
Malia always
Anyways.
gets American Dream.
Oh, American Dream. Fuck yeah, Ben and Jerry's American
Oh
Dream
yeah, American Dream
was
is
great
pretty
for a
good.
while. I feel like they changed something about it though, because it hasn't been like my favorite.
Yeah,
in
Stephen
a
Colbert
long
stopped
time.
being funny.
Yeah.
Remember when Jimmy Fallon had a flavor and they had potato chips in the ice cream and it was disgusting?
Yeah. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Anyways, so Trash. This question is like a 3-parter. It's 3 different questions from Trash Eater. Next is, what's your favorite flavor of cake? Which cheese.
Just cheese.
Cheese.
Just cheese
Like
flavored
cheddar.
cake, not cheesecake.
Caramel cheesecake is
Just
my
like-
favorite cake.
Would pie count?
Pie is the next question after this.
Okay, so fuck. I guess I'll have to go with carrot cake if it has like cream cheese frosting.
Yo, carrot cake's pretty good. I like me some pound cake,
I'll pound your cake.
please.
Mark's got a lot
Alright.
of cake to pound. It's an open
Yeah.
invitation for all of us.
Including the subscribers. I'm just gonna run
Like,
it straight
comment,
on
and subscribe for us to pound Mark's cake.
Chill.
Don't. Do you know what Malia's favorite cake is, Mark, besides yours?
Ice cream cake.
I actually don't know. I don't know, because she likes a lot of sweets, so it's really hard to say what her favorite is.
I know she was a bit of a slut for Dairy Queen's ice cream cake when you guys were there.
I mean, yeah, but we also got a discount, like a fat discount.
All right. So next question is, what is your favorite flavor of pie?
Key lime.
Key lime's pretty good.
Mm.
Either pecan pie or pumpkin pie.
That's my exact same answer. Pecan and pumpkin pie are really
Yeah?
high up there.
Those are the shit.
Fucking so in basic training, when you're in line for lunch, there's a little turnstile in the middle of like the line where you can get like cake and shit. And you're allowed to grab it, but they're gonna yell at you for doing it. Like, you got the snake pit where all the guys that yell at you, the MTIs are, and they're just watching this, and as soon as somebody approaches it, like, all fucking 10 of them get up and they just, like, bum rush you and just start yelling at you. But they can't just, like, they can't say you can't have it, so you just have to put it on your tray and, like, tune them out and just walk to your table. And then you basically eat while they're all still screaming at you for taking it. But, I mean, I'm sitting here, because, like, sometimes you're on KP kitchen duty, and they allow you to take something out of the dessert rack without anybody yelling at you. And, yo, when you were on kitchen duty, they got that pecan pie. Oh, so good.
Boot camp pie. Gotta be great.
All right, Malia.
Yeah.
Now that you're back.
Yeah.
Lightning round. Favorite ice cream, cake, and pie.
Mackinac Island fudge. Cake. I think it'd just be like basic vanilla. Pie.
What?
Yeah, I just like vanilla cake. I do like a certain kind of frosting though. I don't know. It's buttercream, but like the newer buttercream. It tastes kind of like.
Right, the question isn't favorite frosting, Malia. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, it's just so
You
you
fucking
know.
slut.
Pie. I know. Pie. I don't know. Cream pie.
What kind of
Gross.
cream?
My cream.
Semen.
Malia. Or
Semen.
real pie.
I do like banana cream pie. Actually, it's one of my favorite pies.
Really?
What's your
Yeah.
I
favorite
didn't know that.
frosting?
Yeah.
Gordita sauce from Taco Bell.
Gross.
Honestly, yeah.
I wonder if you could whip that into like.
We're not going to
frosting.
talk
Like,
about
if you
this.
just
This is
took-
disgusting.
Come on. We
I
gotta
will
do
make
it.
a cooking video if enough people comment Taco Bell frosting.
I think if you took plain like vanilla frosting or like just basic frosting and put that in there, I think you could fucking do it.
All right.
It'd be
Well,
fucking
let's make a Taco
disgusting,
Bell
but
cake
do
next
it.
time we're in town, Mark.
Okay.
we'll record it.
I'll be in
for
town in
everybody.
September probably.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. Well, you'll be here for it.
I'll also be there.
This will be
to
the
show
first
myself.
meal we make in Mark's new house.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Taco Bell cake.
His kitchen will
Wonderful.
never smell right.
It's my kitchen too. We're not doing it now.
I'm doing it.
No.
All right.
Next
question. Are we planning on ever having guests on the podcast?
That's a hard yes.
I mean, we've done guests before.
Have we?
No, I mean I think they mean like guess, not just like here's Malia. Because Malia's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
like they're not
solid,
talking about like
member.
Sam Brady or Malia or general like other like straight up people out of our inner circle, like doing the podcast with us.
Okay, what about Stuart though?
We can bring Stuart on at one point, but we need a reason for him to come on. So, Riley, finish that D&D story. Am I right?
Yeah.
Riley's like the only one working on this D&D story.
Did they mean like
Come on.
like one of our subs?
I think it's just a general question because like a sub could be a guest,
Just like-
Stuart could be a guest.
I think I think you guys have enough views and like, I don't know, subscribers to warrant a few guests coming in.
Yeah, but yeah,
I'll do the reaching out.
it's more like who even wants to?
I hope you're talking about
I
them
don't.
and not us because now we look like dicks.
No, it's who wants to be with us.
Okay. It's actually
We
like,
are
I mean,
assholes, but
really,
we're not
who
that
wants
bad.
to talk to this subscriber?
Okay, but on a real note though, how many? Oh fuck!
Ah.
Knocked the earbud deeper into my ear.
Haha.
I was gonna fucking say something. Now I lost my train of thought. You
All right, that
dickhead.
sounds like a good time to get to the next question if everyone's done with that one.
All right. Go
All right,
ahead.
what is superior, cracker or chip? Also from Trash Eater.
Depends on the cracker.
Chips. No, it's chips. Don't
Dude,
listen to
I
Zach.
love
What about
that.
chicken and a
Chicken and a
biscuit?
biscuit is the
Cracker.
superior snack food.
Dude, chicken and a biscuit is the best.
It sits above all the other like crackers and chips, though. You can't count it as a
It's
casual
a
cracker,
cracker
chip.
though.
You can't
Yeah.
count it.
Malia's
as
saying
that.
it's
Says
like you
cracker.
can't
It's
count
like
it
a
if it's
full
the best.
course meal. Yeah.
It's like you can't count Fruity Pebbles as cereal because it's tasty.
So here's the thing. When I'm eating Jimmy John's, because fuck Subway, Jimmy John's is more superior. I like to have salt and vinegar chips, kettle cooked chips.
Yes.
But if somebody offered me chicken and a biscuit, I will take that over the salt and vinegar chips in my Jimmy John's.
See, I have to have like I have to be in a specific mood to have like chicken biscuit.
Malia, you're a
biscuit.
woman. You have your
Dude.
weird moods.
I
I'm gonna
know.
be as offensive as
Dude,
possible
I-
to Malia in every single fucking
Please do.
podcast.
I will.
Oh no.
I will suck a dick for chicken and biscuit.
Oh man.
Okay,
Also,
can't-
come and
It's
get
your
it.
time to shine.
Also, have
Riley.
you guys
Become
tried the vegetable Ritz crackers, like the roasted vegetables Ritz crackers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those,
Yeah.
Those are really
good.
fucking good. Also, are those they have those like thin crisp Ritz fucking stuff?
I haven't tried
Are
those
those
yet.
considered crackers or chips?
They're like smack dab in the middle. They're their own
Okay, so
thing.
those don't count. They're kind of there's some hybrid abomination. But they
Yeah.
taste good.
It's the consistency that like it's the consistency that like makes it. So it's like on its own little middle ground.
Anything else we want to add to the cracker chip debate?
As far as
What's
chips
best?
go, I gotta say,
Yeah.
I'm a really big fan of like dill pickle chips too.
Oh god.
What about
yes.
dill pickle crackers?
Never had one.
That's because it
Yeah,
sounds
I don't think I've
disgusting and
ever
they shouldn't
seen
make
it.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
But
It
would it be
sounds like they
disgusting? I think it would just
overload-
taste like dill pickles.
Maybe that's the case. Well,
Maybe.
what if they overloaded like the flavor of dill pickle and you crunched into it and it just wasn't
How
right?
would you just eat a dill pickle at that point?
Yeah.
What if you want it to be dry?
Ew. Ew.
Ew.
I don't want a wet cracker.
Yeah, well, I don't want a dry pickle anywhere near me in any context.
It's called a cucumber.
Oh,
Cucumber? Wait,
Listen.
do you eat dry cucumbers? Aren't they supposed to be
I
like
mean, you
wet in
can,
the
but I
middle?
meant like.
I mean, they're
Okay,
still
you
wet.
got me. I'm stupid. Shut up.
They're not outwardly wet.
I don't think that there's a proper term for a dry pickle. Like a drickle?
Probably just a dried cucumber. Seasoned. dill.
Anyways, next question.
This is a stupid conversation. Who is our favorite wrestler? 3, 2, 1, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Man. Yeah.
yeah.
If
It's the same
May
for
he
all
rest
of
in
us.
peace.
if it's not Macho Man Randy Savage, I mean, you're doing it wrong.
I mean,
Yeah.
The cream.
everybody loves the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Whoa!
Oh,
But I just wanted to do that.
yeah, I know.
But yeah, Macho Man is the superior wrestler. May he rest in peace. He's so iconic that like whenever people make fun of professional wrestling in any other kind of media, they imitate Macho Man Randy Savage because he's that iconic.
Yeah. Plus, he was in
I liked,
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was in Spider-Man.
I like Stone Cold Steve Austin for a long time, just because he was in like a slew of movies for a while.
So was John Cena. But I feel like John Cena
John
being
Cena
in
was
movies
also
made
in
him
Scooby-Doo.
worse.
So is The Rock.
Yeah, but Stone Cold Steve Austin was in like a couple cool movies.
Like what?
There was the cool as in like cool dude bro movies.
Oh.
There was The Condemned. There was also Kane, where he played like.
Where he fought Kane,
Oh,
Yeah.
the other wrestler.
Oh wait, that was Kane.
how about
Mixing
Batista?
up my wrestlers.
Oh, he's pretty cool.
Batista?
Oh, Dave Batista?
Yeah,
He's
Drax.
Drax, yeah. I mean,
Ooh.
he's the best character
what
in
about
the
Snoop Dogg?
MCU.
Oh my God, Mark's right. Snoop Dogg's the best wrestler. What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh yeah, I forgot Snoop Dogg was in the ring for
I think Donald Trump was also in the ring.
No, fuck
What
him.
constitutes as a wrestler?
Someone who has
I
wrestled.
mean, if you're in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, which is like a lot of people.
So, I had a story.
Okay,
that I
so
forgot. Fuck.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
go ahead.
I just said I forgot it.
Oh,
I
fuck
know.
you.
Why did I even stop us? Oh yeah. So speaking of The Rock, he has his own show now called The Titan Games, and
oh yeah.
yeah, some guy that I was stationed with in Colorado, like he was literally in my squadron. We talked every now and then because we worked together. He was a contender on it, and
Oh, shit.
it was funny because everybody's talking about how like they went and saw some shit in Afghanistan and like all their heroic stories, and I was like, what is this guy gonna say? He's just a satellite operator at Colorado Springs. They can't deploy for anything, and like fucking me and my brother DJ, who was also prior Air Force, were watching it, and he just went on, and he was on there with his brother, and that was their gimmick, was that they were both brothers, and they were in the same game.
In a van.
Yeah, and it was yeah, two brothers
shared
in
a
a
bond.
van. Rick and Morty quotes. Fucking they. It was so funny because his brother won the first round and he lost in the first round. So like it was just his brother was superior, and I kind of wish that I was back in Colorado when he would get shit for it. Everyone was just like, "Oh fucking, you only made it to the first round."
Love it.
Anyways, is there anything else we want to talk about for the rest of the question?
Oh?
Nah.
I think we covered it.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Wait, my favorite wrestler is the ladder they use in cage matches.
Yes.
Yeah, he has probably the most fucking wrestling matches ever.
He doesn't have a lot of titles though, other than the ladder.
Can we take a minute to
No.
talk real quick about the Royal Rumbles?
Oh yeah, so in case people don't know about it, there's group of guys called the Video Network, and they every now and then do this thing called they stream a wrestling game called where they do a Royal Rumble, and they have like 100 custom characters from like Shrek to King Dedede to Tommy Wiseau and stuff, and they just stream them all AI just doing a Royal Rumble, and it's one of the gnarliest things ever.
And people have
It's
like their
so
own
fun.
theme music and their own like stage entrances and stuff. And honestly, I can't tell you how hard I laughed when like it starts up a serious Royal Rumble and like Hank Hill gets his fucking like walk on entrance.
Right.
Hank versus Sonic the Hedgehog. That was
Yeah,
the most
like,
iconic
just-
one.
It was bullshit.
Seeing the models is so good because Hank will look completely normal and Sonic is just a fucking abomination.
Yeah,
The biggest
anytime they had to
nightmare
do,
is
like,
Donald
an
Duck.
animalistic one. It was like some dude in a skin
Oh
suit.
my god.
The biggest nightmare is Donald Duck. The funniest one is Kirby. Because they just turned the guy's head into a chef's hat for Kirby. But anyways, yeah, hit them, look them up, the Video Network. If you like them on Steam, they do announcements for when the Royal Rumble is, and they're all pretty great. I remember they have Angry Bird as one of them, so the entire body of the guy is invisible, except for the head, which is made to look like the red Angry Bird.
Oh my god, yes.
anyways, we gotta get back on track. Next question comes from Kieran Subway. What is the spookiest nightmare you've ever had?
Oh, dude.
Oh, I've got a long story to tell about this one, but I'll let you guys go
I don't
first.
remember any
Okay,
kind of
Can you-
spookiest or like
answer?
most jarring? Because like
Just what is the spookiest nightmare? I don't remember mine. I repressed them, I guess, because I don't have any in my head that I can talk about.
mine are from repressed thoughts.
I have one. It was stupid.
Tell me.
So, as a kid, I'd have this reoccurring dream where I would be wandering through the woods, and I'd find like this clearing where I would find this like ape with a hook for a hand in a doctor suit,
What?
and yeah, I would have this recurring dream all the time. It's very clear to me right now. Anyways, this ape would like stab me with his hook, and we'd wrestle for like a couple minutes, and then he'd try and offer me drugs that I didn't know the words of. And it would scare me as a kid.
he had a Mandor hand hook Cardor hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Riley,
Um,
what about you? Unless Mark's still telling his story.
No, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. That is kind of spooky, though.
It was spooky.
Yeah.
I had that for like 2
It's
years,
really fucking weird.
every night.
Wow.
I mean, are you asking me for my nightmares? Because I don't have any specific ones. Like, some of the ones I would be underwater and there'd be a shark chasing me. And it's just like another one I'd be in a spooky house and there'd be like a Halloween type slasher walking around trying to get me.
I used to have a recurring nightmare when I was a kid, and I'd look out my window and there would be a literal giant baby just rampaging through the town, like crushing houses and shit, and I like couldn't turn around to tell my family because I lost my voice, and like so I was just watching this giant fucking baby just destroy everything. Couldn't do anything about it. It was nice.
Oh,
Like the
scary.
giant baby
Zombies
from
ate my neighbors.
Baby
Baby
Genius.
geniuses.
I was gonna say Baby Geniuses.
Oh.
But,
Oh my god, Baby Geniuses. I used to actually unironically love that fucking movie.
That's why.
Yeah, me too.
I have it.
Mark, let's watch it.
Okay.
First, we need to hear Malia's nightmare.
All right, so I have a lot of nightmares, probably more than any of these boys combined.
It's true.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's very true. A lot of them I die in like really bad ways. So it's kind of made me numb to dying in dreams. This is important to note. Another important thing to note is that recently, in the last few years, I've started to have sleep paralysis. I've never had this before. The first time it happened, I dreamt that I was like in bed. I saw a demon like come out of our closet, skulk over to me, then go back in. And I was laying in bed thinking it was all over, and all of a sudden this like this head with wispy long gray hair slowly crept over the edge of the bed as sleep paralysis demons do, and just put its mouth very slowly over my foot and like started nibbling on my toes. And like I woke up like screaming from what Mark said. And I remember screaming in my dream just like like it was so.
That wasn't a
it was
dream.
so
That's
bad.
just straight up what happens when you sleep at Mark's house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just demons and shit.
Jesus, can you guys hear that?
Yeah, Rocco is
Rocco, my
fucking
cat, is
spazzing
freaking the
out.
fuck out right now.
Oh no.
He almost knocked over his cat tree. He's just sprinting around, running into shit.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was the first instance of sleep paralysis. But recently, there was a time where I saw like a figure of death within a dream, and he was just there to like take me that time, just straight up death instead of dying in some ridiculous dream way as I did in the past. And I was just like, nah, I don't want this. You can come visit me some other time, but I'm not gonna do this today. I'm not afraid of you, but get the fuck out. And he's like, what? I could just come back? And I'm like, yeah, get away. But then like the next night, I dreamt that I was like sleeping in bed, and I swear I like opened my eyes and was watching this happen. From under the bed, from the dark, came like a skeleton, and he was just like rubbing up against my body and leaning up closer and closer to my face. And I remember like brushing my hand down to like knock him away, and I woke up as I was doing
Sounds
it.
like
It was
he had a
just
bone to pick
I was
with
just
you.
about to say, he just whispered into your...
But yeah, that's the best thing right now. Sleep paralysis. All my nightmares have been pushed aside. I guess my body's decided, well, next best thing, worst thing. Here we go.
Every time I think of sleep paralysis demons, I just think of the Cats movie. I just assume that's what sleep paralysis demons look like, is the cats from Cats 2019, the movie.
To me, they look
Well, they
like
kind of-
like swamp hags.
Rocco, you need to settle the fuck down.
He's like, you took off my collar, so I didn't make noise, so I'm finding other ways to do it.
I know, that's what it is. Anyways, does anybody have any other nightmares to share, or no?
No.
Nah.
Nah.
Alright, so the next question we have is... this is from Trash Eater. If you could have your own JoJo stance, what would it be? I don't know what that means. I don't know what the significance of a stance is.
Okay, it's a JoJo's
I can explain
pose,
it.
but like, how can I describe my pose?
I can
with
describe
words?
it.
No.
So
no.
JoJo, like in
He's talking about
JoJo.
stands, which is
Oh, it's stands. I thought he said stance.
yeah.
You said pose.
Oh.
I don't know if stance or pose are different.
No, stands are. Why don't you explain it?
All right. So in JoJo, it came around to Stardust Crusaders, like that whole arc. They're pretty much like physical manifestations of certain powers that people have. It's like if I had super strength, it would manifest in like a person that would show up behind me, kind of like a spirit. So I would be standing there, and behind me, my stand would pop up in like a bodysuit, and it'd just be the super strong one, and it'd be able to like move shit.
Yeah. Mine would be
Yeah.
I don't get it.
a ghost would appear and touch my pee-pee. That's
Yeah, they're
my
really
stand.
weird. In a
Wait.
In
So do
JoJo,
they say
the main-
something, or do they? What is it? I don't get it.
No, they like.
they don't really talk. They're weird. They're really weird. They're like extensions of the soul that
It's
do
like-
things.
It's like if you could have a superpower, but give it to a ghost that appears behind you and it does all the stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like the ghost has the superpower, but you control the ghost. Kind of.
Oh.
Like the main character, when his like showed up, it was this big purple man that just punches things really hard and really fast, and it's strong. And then it just vanishes after it does whatever it's doing. It doesn't really have any thoughts, and it's kind of tied to the user. Like if it gets hurt, you get hurt, and vice versa. But that's about as special as it gets.
So okay, so if I had one, it would rewind time for only maximum 2 seconds, and and everybody knows what they did for those 2 seconds, but they never saw it happen. So they think that what they did was what happened, but then something else happens and gives every single person on Earth the Mandela effect for those 2 seconds.
Ugh.
That's
You're
kind
like
of
my worst fucking enemy.
That'd be amazing.
It would like give the entire population of the world deja vu for 2 seconds.
God, what would mine be?
I decided that mine would just be a stand that kind of neutralizes other stands. So whatever the ability would be, it wouldn't affect me or my
You're
stand.
just saying that
but
because
I'd
of
still
mine,
have to
Malia.
deal with
Fuck
it.
you.
No, I'd still have to deal with the user though. So if like the main villain came at me and it just did whatever, I'd bring up my stand and I'd be like, well, I took care of that. Too bad there's like a 6-foot tall muscle-bound fuck coming at me. I've eliminated part of the problem, and yet there's still that coming at me.
It's a weird concept.
It is really weird.
I can't think of anything that isn't totally contrived.
I think if I had like one more based on personality, it'd probably be one that would like, I don't know, be able to put my stories onto a page without me actually having to like sit down and write and work at that.
This just sounds like
Okay,
slave
what if,
labor.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's an extension
I
of
mean-
myself. I'm still kind of doing the work in a way.
So Zach, if you can't think of one, just know that there are 2 stands in JoJo's that are just guns. Well,
Yeah.
one's a gun
And
and
the
the other
other's-
one's bullets.
Yeah.
I
So
like it. But okay. So like, does the gun one not work without the bullet guy?
No, it's just a gun. The guy can just summon it. So if you had like 6 shots, you could like desummon the gun and resummon it and have another 6 shots immediately. The other one, you can use any gun.
but the bullets,
The bullets are the stand.
yeah.
There's like 7 of them.
Oh, so like the bullets are for any gun that.
Yeah.
Okay.
hmm Like that one is the better stand compared to just the gun, because the
No,
other
the
gun
gun
is
has
just
unlimited bullets.
It does it?
Yeah,
I
because
thought it was just a pissy little revolver.
no, it's just a fucking gun that shoots imaginary bullets.
Oh, we should point out that like stand users can affect normal people, but normal people can't see anything that the stand does. So if this guy with the gun shoots an imaginary stand bullet at a normal person, they don't see it coming.
They just have a hole in their
Yeah,
head.
they just have a hole in
You
them.
don't-
There's still
I mean,
a
you don't
bullet
see most
wound.
bullets coming.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
But shut up.
I'm sorry.
My stand would be something fucking stupid and
You won't see the
useless.
guy
like
posing in
most
his
stands?
bullet bodysuit.
Okay, my stand would be a ghost that when summoned, he would pee in other people's pants. And then when they suddenly realize that they pee their pants and they're trying to figure out when it happened and they're embarrassed by it, that's when I act.
Wait a minute.
That is a
Okay,
neat
I'm
one.
confused. Would this stand make the person pee their pants, or would the stand pee in their pants and suddenly there'd be pee in their pants that they didn't do?
Yes.
that sounds so much funnier.
Because like that would even be more confusion. It's just like, when did this pee get in my pants? Because
Yeah.
it's not mine.
Yeah, no, it would like he would literally be the one peeing in the people's pants.
There's a lot of fun stands.
Is that a real
There's,
one,
there's
Malia?
one
You're acting
stand-
as if this is actually in the show.
Might be.
Could be.
Anyways, do we have any more we need to add to this?
I don't think so.
My stand would make me less crippled.
Oh.
Mark, why are you trying to make me sad?
That's about it. It
I'm
would
not
give me an
sad, I'm
extra
amused.
testicle.
Cripples are funny.
He's actually sitting
They
here
have
like all
stand
excited. He's like, how would you do
ejaculation.
it?
It'd just be Mark, but like more able-bodied, and it would fit perfectly into Mark's body.
It would be
Do
Mark,
whatever.
but his legs are the right length.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Mark would walk
That's
around,
exactly
but
what I was thinking.
it wouldn't be exactly right, so he'd be kind of off the ground because the stand would be a little taller. So every step he took with like his 1 foot, like an inch above the ground, and people would fucking see that and go, what the fuck?
Yeah, so my stand would make me and other disabled people less disabled.
It's not a bad
You can make a lot of money
It's
off of
actually
that. You can
really
pretend to be
nice.
one of those cable preachers and just like pray the gay away to people all the time.
I would
Yeah.
too.
Except gayness isn't a disability, Riley.
We
It
all
was
know
just a
that
figure
praying
of
to get away
speech.
doesn't
Think.
work. You have to
I
electrocute
know,
them.
I know, right?
Anyways, is that everybody?
Yeah.
Next question comes from the One Mega Master. What is your favorite manga? Japanese comic.
Manga.
Manga Luigi.
Ooh.
I've got it right here.
Is it Dragon Ball?
Is it?
No, shut
Dragon
up.
Ball Z.
He's
Dragon Ball
blushing.
Super.
He's embarrassed.
I love, yeah, all of those. No, but
Oh yeah, you found a new one.
how many dumbbells can you lift? Or Demburu? No, I'm not speaking no fucking moon.
Mark's
I
just like,
how
I'm
you
not
just
trying
say
to translate no
dumbbell
moon
with a heavy
runes.
accent, and then you're like, yeah, that's enough.
How heavy of dumbbells can you lift?
Is it based
Or
on that
something like
anime about like chicks lifting weights?
Yeah, but that one's based off the manga, because you faggot.
Okay, fuck.
Actually, I like that. I've been reading that because it's interesting, and I like cute anime girls because I'm a
Oh,
weeaboo.
dude, me too.
Me too. That's why I like Fire Emblem.
I also really like Berserk.
That's why I'm making a tier list for Harvest Moon waifus right now.
I want to see that video so bad.
I really
You're
liked.
gonna be very surprised, Malay, because I take it seriously.
I'm not surprised, and that's why I'm really interested to see it. I want to see how you evaluate.
How I objectify women.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm glad you find it funny.
I'm
Malay.
trying to think of a manga that doesn't have an anime adaptation.
So, my favorite manga that I've read. So I've read only a couple. I normally I pick a series and I try to read all the way through before I go on to another one. At least that's how I used to do it. I read like Haruhi Suzumiya. I've read a lot of the Pokemon original manga. I've read Full Metal Alchemist and all that stuff. But my favorite that I like to read, and this is partially because I've never actually played the games that they're based off of, but I really like the Ace Attorney manga series. Yeah, like I said, I never played the game. I really need to. Jesse hates the fact that I never played them, but I've always showed interest. But that kind of like court case kind of shit, and like the conspiracies behind it, I find that interesting. So I have like the first 7 volumes of the Ace Attorney manga series, and I also have the Volume 1 Phoenix Wright case book, as well as the Miles Edgeworth case book. And like I said, I really like it.
Damn,
It's my
Ryder.
favorite.
That's neat.
What about you, Malia?
That's a hard one. It's really hard to say because like growing up when I got into anime, I didn't have a whole lot of money. My whole family didn't have a whole lot of money, so it's like I could never sit down and like buy any manga. It all had to be online, and like anything that I really liked during that time, I've just forgotten the titles of. They've been completely lost to me in time. There are a few one-shot mangas that I like, but they're mostly yaoi, and I cannot remember.
Of course
the
they are.
titles.
Gross. Two
Listen,
gay men fucking each other.
I love it. It's so good.
Malia's just like, that's
Pre-
real love.
It's so.
Pre 2012 or 2015 or whatever the fuck.
Some of the art is
That's
fucking.
gay.
See,
It's a sin.
what's bad is that going through anything
still
that's in
is.
like a niche market like that, like either yaoi, yuri, or anything like specified like that, it's really hard to find good art because anytime you draw like smut, you can either do it really well or really bad, and you can see such a visual difference between like I don't know 2012 versus now. There's been such a fucking leap in what people will accept being.
You gotta get on that
published.
Futanari life. You gotta get those chicks with dicks.
Oh,
There's not
Yeah.
a
Riley, I thought you
single
were just
manga
talking
about
against
Futanari.
like traps a little earlier, weren't you?
no, I
Oh,
was.
okay, never mind.
Anytime two sin sausages touch, I don't want it.
Sin sausage. Okay.
I will say this. I could argue that Shadman does it tastefully, but he doesn't.
No, nothing about Shadman is
No.
tasteful. Like at all.
I
He
think,
literally drew.
Dude, the
He
punchline.
literally drew Hillary Clinton as a little girl and then featured her in porn.
Well, I didn't read
At
that.
one point,
But-
sucking what was probably Donald Trump's penis.
So
Ugh.
okay,
It was
but
weird.
it
It's
seems
not
like the
tasteful.
punchline to a lot of his comics are just fucking people sucking on assholes. In the last panel, I'm just like, wow, that's not for me.
Or
Yeah, you're
farting.
not wrong. I'd say
think of, like, an
honestly, if we're
actual
gonna talk
manga.
about smut, like High School of the Dead's the shit. Except for that one ridiculous scene where the titties flapped faster than the bullet, but like overall,
scene, get out.
the art and the story actually pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. I like the anime a lot. I can't say anything for the manga. I haven't been able to read it.
If there's anything you guys need to know about
would-
me is that I do not like anime, and I prefer manga because I don't have to listen to the voice acting, because the voice acting kills anime for me. Both dub and original, I don't like them both. Unless there's a heavy element
give
on
you that.
music, because normally music is done well.
Like K-On!
Ooh,
K-On! Was the shit.
I have something you should watch.
K-On, yeah, K-On is like a fucking masterpiece.
Your Lie in April.
Your Lie in
Oh, yeah,
April
that
is
was actually a
also
good show.
gorgeous.
Oh yeah, and I like Studio Ghibli and that kind of shit.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell that like everybody involved in Studio Ghibli has like, first off, they have more experience, and second off, they're taking it more seriously.
Well, that's
than,
that's
like,
the thing.
most animes.
That's the thing. They always get
Yeah.
kind of like big people to do the voices when they do the American dubs, which is kind of neat.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's my 2 cents on manga. I don't know if anybody else has anything else to say.
I just gotta say, I don't really read a whole lot of manga, so my contribution to this is pretty shallow, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. Maybe next time we could talk about anime and I can just not say anything.
Okay.
We'll
I think
compliment.
honestly, like, lately the best series that I've read is just One Punch Man. Like, I can't say anything for like the anime because season 2, like animation wise, just fucking went down the hill since Bones was taken off the production list. But the manga itself is really fun.
Neat.
I think yeah.
I watched One Punch Man
What's the
because
next
Jesse
question?
and his ex-wife made me, and it was okay.
Yeah. I like it. A lot of people agree that like Mob Psycho 100, which is written by the same person, is a lot better, or at least a lot more relatable.
I haven't seen Mob Psycho. I don't even
It's
know what
good.
it's about.
Anyways, let's go to the next question. We're at 45
If you
minutes.
could be a professional athlete in a sport, what sport would it be? From Trash Eater. Competitive eating.
Oh,
Malia, Jesus. Just,
I
ugh.
hate sports.
There's gotta be a
hate
sport that you enjoy.
them.
Like,
No,
it's
ping
not all
pong?
just like
Ping
chugging
pong.
Coors Light
Ping
and
pong's
screaming
good.
for the team, you know?
Ping pong. Yeah, it's true. I just don't like physical activity. Like anytime. Also, I don't like being on teams. It seems like every time I'm on a team, I'm letting someone down like catastrophically. I don't know whether that's
You and
anxiety
Mark are on
or
a
just
team,
my lack
Malia.
of whatever.
You're on a team for the
Yeah,
game
but we're
called
not-
Life.
It's not. Well, yeah, but it's not a
Yeah.
sport. It's an awful strategic
what?
game.
it's a sport.
Not very competitive, but it's a
I'm
sport.
tired and I hate it.
No, it can be. Compared.
Wheelchair basketball.
Mark will kick our ass because I have
Get it?
no
'Cause
idea
I'm
how to use a
crippled.
wheelchair.
Marcus is going hard on the cripple shit today.
I do like
I like the
badminton
term physically retarded.
Is wheelchair basketball
do
kind of
like-
similar to cricket on crutches?
Dude, that sounds bad.
Is that
No.
an actual? I'm being
Crutches.
serious. Okay, I was like, wait.
Crutches.
Crutches. I do like badminton a lot. It's any sport that I can just be on a side on my own. I don't feel like I'm gonna hit someone with anything. I've had just a lot of bad experiences with hitting people with like
Oh.
rackets and volleyballs and
Actually,
stuff.
this is a question I seriously thought about. Sumo wrestling.
Mm.
Dude, those guys get the mad pussy.
Yeah.
I thought they were like
Food.
castrated or something.
Well, yeah, they're
That
cattle.
too.
Oh.
Um,
Uh,
When I was in high school, I
any
pole
weird
vaulted, and I really liked it, so probably that.
That does sound fun.
I know, you're not on a team, Malia, so there you go. Well, I mean, you
Yeah.
technically are, but you do your own thing when you're on that team.
Archery is a thing.
Yeah, it sure is.
Archery would be my thing.
Probably boxing for me.
Oh, boxing.
Boxing's rad.
Yeah.
What about wrestling with Macho Man Randy Savage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
fuck
actual
yeah.
wrestling or WWE. style
WWE.
wrestling. Yeah, that's the best
I was
kind of
about to say,
wrestling.
I'm not gay.
Because actual wrestling is too gay.
Anyways,
It's just boring.
next question, unless anybody has a different answer.
Nah.
How do you cook your pasta? Question from Trash Eater.
Like
Perfectly,
a regular
perfectly al dente.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you gotta make that shit motherfucking dente. Like, what the? There's only one answer, Trash.
Yeah, is there-
This is a shitty
like-
question.
Trash Eater, do you want us to have like soggy noodles, or do you want us to be crunching on those fucking things?
Anyways, the last question. What is your favorite animal?
Dog.
Gavial.
Just dog. What
A
was it?
gavial.
I have 3 that are like tied.
What are they?
Okay. One's the silverback gorilla, and one
choice.
is the grizzly bear, and one is the hawk. I think they're cool.
Nice, man.
Thanks.
Those are the mascots for the 3 houses of Fire Emblem, aren't they?
No.
Okay. What about you, Malia?
Alright, so there's this one kind of armadillo called a pangolin, and they walk on their back feet and they keep their little hands in front of them, like they're constantly like wrapping them around themselves and plotting something. They're little cuties.
That's something specific.
There's also
What was that one monkey that you shared with us that one time that looked awful?
oh, damn it! I forgot the name of it, but I love those two. They're not like my absolute favorite, but I love their scary little skull faces. So good. I think bats in general are another favorite. I used to be obsessed with bats when I was younger.
Any reason?
I don't know. It was just cool. They just seemed really cool to me as a kid.
Because she's a basic white bitch who loves Halloween.
I do love Halloween. I don't know what made me love bats, though. It wasn't just Halloween. I think they were just neat. The more I learned about them, the more I like them.
They got that echolocation.
Yeah, that's really
They're all
neat.
like. That's
Yeah.
like the locations.
Duh.
For you
I'm trying to
viewers
find
out
this
there.
monkey that Malia. Here we
I'm
go.
trying to think of like.
I think that this is it. I'm trying to.
Yeah,
Sorry, this
I can't
laptop
remember
is
the name of
super
it.
slow. I'm trying to fucking figure it out. It's definitely this one.
That's alright. I can't think of a third one that I really like. I don't know. I just really like animals in general.
I just love dogs. All dogs.
Okay. My
Yeah.
favorite dog
They go
though,
to heaven.
Old English Sheepdog.
My favorite
By
dog is the
far,
English Bulldog.
100%.
They're cute.
Why are you sorry?
I'm sorry.
Malamutes.
No particular reason.
He's just sorry.
Actually, no. My favorite dog is the Saint Bernard.
Malia, what's your favorite?
My favorite
dog?
one. My favorite one I've ever come across
Like
is
my
called a
burger's name.
Leonberger. They are gigantic fucking dogs. Yeah.
No, I found it,
Okay,
Malia. It's
moving
the Yunnan snub-nosed monkey.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
Oh
snub-nosed
god, I know
monkey.
that fucking monkey.
It's the.
I
no,
love
it's
them. It's
Malia.
fucking
It is
ugly.
ugly
it's so
as fuck.
It's great. It's
Fucking.
terrifying. I
We'll
love
put a
them.
picture
If
of it.
you guys.
I love them.
Yeah,
There's, like, golden
this is
ones,
the ugliest thing I
they're
have ever
great.
seen, Malia.
I love
What?
them. They have little skull
That's
faces.
not
They're
cute,
all like
Malia.
Skeletor. That's all I can think of when they hop around on like snow and stuff. It's great. No, I
Fucking-
love it.
Yeah.
So, I just want to tell everybody. I don't know if you heard me, but my favorite animal is the gavial. It's like a crocodile, but its nose is very, very narrow.
Oh,
I remember I was
yeah.
playing Metal Gear Solid 3 at one point, and I was in the jungles of Russia, and there's gavials in the swamps. And I was walking past one. Riley looks at it. He's like, "Oh shit, is that a gavial?" I was like, "How the fuck do you even know what that is?" And he just started going on about how he saw one in a book once when he was a kid, and he like fell in love with the gavial.
That's neat. It is a neat little guy. Are they small or do they get big?
They're generally pretty small,
like
but
alligators or,
and
like,
they don't.
caimans
I mean, they don't get bigger than like as big as a crocodile or alligator. But yeah, they're dope looking. I really like them. Anyways,
I do really.
yeah, that's all we got for
I do
questions.
really like
though.
alligators.
Yep. Now the floor's open
That was a
for
lot
anything
of
else in the
questions.
next fucking 4 minutes because that'll be an hour.
Damn.
Oh fuck. So I guess we can talk about like guests. Like, let's take a moment to actually discuss the state of the show.
Okay, so
we were wanting
let
to do
me
something
start
like
this
that.
out. I want everybody to know that I'm really sorry that this D&D story is taking a long time. I'm working on it. I want it to be done in the next couple months. I'm sorry that you have to wait a little longer, but right now I'm working on it, and we also have a couple other videos in store for you too.
Yeah, we're always working on new content. We're always trying to come up with ideas and always trying to plan and get together. We, with the exception of Riley and I, we all like live separately, and like my job has me working like 60 hours a week. Typically, I'm looking for a new job, so hopefully that'll be different. But yeah, things are just busy, and we just wanted you guys to know that we're always still working on stuff and trying to get it all put together. So,
Yeah, and like right now, Malia and I have been living at my parents' house, so I can't record that often. But we're moving. We have a house now.
they bought it. They're
So that'll change.
homeowners.
We are.
Oh,
we're
we're
home
Flaming
We're
homeowners.
So hopefully, with that, I'll be able to record more.
Yeah,
There won't be as much noise above me, behind me, and
all around.
yeah, people knocking at my door every 10 minutes.
So for people who want to know what's kind of in store, obviously I got the D&D story that I'm working on, and I'm going to be making more of those. Zach, Jesse, and Mark are all working on retrospectives for each of their favorite games, kind of like what I did for my Ape Escape video. I'm also working on a retrospective for another game. I want to kind of make more of those, like where they're more kind of like animation focused and stuff like that, because I feel like animation are better videos. I mean, I'm not trying to fucking jerk my own dick, but I do like our animated videos a lot. And I kind of don't want to do more of them. If you guys see us put up a gameplay video, don't think that we're not doing animations anymore. It's just those are easier for us to do, and honestly, our channel started off as a gameplay channel, so I mean, we want to do some of those still, you know?
Remember
Yeah.
your roots.
Our roots.
Our roots.
Oh, terrible TV show.
Roots.
Actually, I hear it's pretty good.
I can't relate because I'm a whitey. Anyways, yeah, so like I said, D&D story is coming. We also have just more ideas and stuff that we want to bring to the table.
Yeah.
There's some ideas that we're thinking about experimenting with, whether or not that happens soon.
Yeah, but we're
I
not
can't
going to go to
say.
great detail because we don't want like expectations and
Well, because we're not
disappointments.
really sure.
Yeah, we're still
Either,
working
you
on
know,
it.
we don't want you guys to
Yeah.
expect something that probably won't happen.
Right. And I mean, we have quite a few different things that we want to try. So, you know, if they happen, they happen. If they don't, I mean, we're always working on something.
Exactly. Anyways, anything else anybody wants to add to the state of the channel?
I think that's about it.
All right. Do we have any topics we want to talk about?
Anything come to mind? I just keep thinking about the whole Marvel Sony mess, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
good.
honestly,
for the last few
like,
minutes of...
I've been hearing a lot of back and forth about who's really at fault with that. I'm more inclined to blame Disney because I fucking hate Disney as a corporation.
I could tell you it's definitely on Disney.
From what I gathered, it
happened-
was like Sony had 100% of the movie ticket proceeds, but 0% of the merchandising. That's like billions of dollars of merchandising. And then
That's probably how it
Disney
goes.
went back and wanted like 50% of the movie ticket sales on top of everything else, and Sony rejected it. I could be wrong, but that's the story I heard.
I think that's right. I think that's right because
So to make it a little more clear, Disney also had part of the ticket sales already
it
for
was
the
essentially
opening week.
it was essentially like an 80-20 split this entire time between like Sony and Disney.
So Disney would actually collect, I believe, 5% of all ticket sales during the opening 2 weeks or something like that. And then they would claim all the merchandising rights and all the revenue from that. Sony would only get whatever percentage from those first 2 weeks, and then they would get all of the ticket sales after that. But Sony would also pay for the entire production of the movie.
Yeah, it's important to say that Sony was the ones that produced these movies. Marvel came in with their own people to be like creative directors and stuff like that, but it was Sony that was putting in most of the work. So for Disney to come in and be like, hey, we should just go 50-50, even though they're not splitting that equally up at all work-wise, was absolute bullshit.
And that wouldn't even include the merchandising.
No. No, so they'd still have that.
And the only thing that Disney was offering was like, oh yeah, we'll pitch in half for the production.
Yeah. And it's like that. Zach was right. It would leave like $1 billion. It would take $1 billion from Sony and put like a lot of people like out of work, which is probably what Disney wants because they're trying to monopolize every fucking production studio they possibly can.
See, Disney isn't really in a position for them to be doing that to Sony, just because, like, so obviously, spoiler alert, Iron Man dies in fucking Avengers. After Iron Man died, Disney started making it like fucking Spider-Man is now the main character in this universe, and they're just like, all right, time to go fuck over Sony. Like, why would you do that, Disney?
That's what I didn't understand, especially since Sony has had whatever over Spider-Man for years, like back in like Tobey Maguire's entire thing. I don't know if it goes back before that, but his movies were what put Spider-Man like on the map, I want to say.
Sony only bought the rights for Spider-Man from Marvel for $7 million. And apparently, because Marvel had all their characters up for sale, they were trying to sell all their characters to Sony, but Sony was just like, we'll just take Spider-Man.
Yeah, so Sony's actually been really cool about everything, and Disney just decided they wanted to, like, be complete cucks.
Yeah, well, now Disney's got their streaming platform, hooray!
I think, I like the idea that there's gonna be a Star Wars series, but I don't like the fact that it's gonna be just limited onto that streaming service.
I heard they're also planning the, I guess it was recently announced Ewan McGregor's coming back to reprise his role as Obi-Wan for a series as well, also exclusive to Disney+. And then there are more details coming out about the rise of Skywalker, which I'm not personally excited for at all. I don't know. I'm just fuck Disney.
Yeah, I'm really just getting tired of them. They're also producing a I guess live action as The Lion King was, Lady and the Tramp movie. I've seen a trailer for it. It looks a lot better than the Lion King movie ended up turning out to be, but still, it's like, why would you even bother?
That's not going to theaters from what I heard. It's just going to be straight up Disney Plus movie.
Yeah, just on that service.
That being said, there are a lot of fucking remakes and a lot of reboots.
Well, like I said in this podcast before and explained, they want to keep their copyrights going, so that's why they're remaking all of these movies and putting characters into things. It's so other people can't get a hold of them, which also ties into the whole Spider-Man thing. Spider-Man is technically free domain, but because Disney keeps
it would have been free domain.
Fucking fingers into these goddamn Spider-Man pies, we can't get a taste of it.
He would have been free domain, but guess what? Disney got fucked over by their own lobbying.
I'm glad somebody stood up to Disney, honestly.
Yeah.
Disney's just been absorbing everything.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, Sony, ready to get fucked? And Sony was just like, no. And they walked away, and Disney's just like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
Disney
never
is
had
the
some people say no to
Google
us."
of entertainment media.
Yeah, it's bad, and they're evil.
They are. They really are, and I absolutely hate it. It's
Yeah.
like I wouldn't mind all of these like companies being under their umbrella if they weren't so commanding and controlling of everything they possibly can be and have been for like years upon years.
Yeah. It's just, oh, my God. Sorry, I'm yawning in the mic, and I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I fucking hate Disney. I'm gonna just keep saying that. I'm just gonna keep saying I hate Disney for like 4 more minutes, and then we're gonna end the podcast. I hate Disney.
Like,
I hate Disney.
it's like the older you get, the worse
hate
Disney becomes. I hate Disney.
I mean, I used to like Disney, like.
But now I hate
Oh
Disney.
my God. Now I hate it. Like, oh my God.
They're not a good company. They don't treat their animators right. They don't treat their employees right at like the Disneyland resorts or anything at all. They're just bad.
Man.
But at least they're not Subway.
Yeah, man. Fuck Subway.
Fuck
Fuck
Subway.
Fucking Subway, man. Jimmy John's is so good. This episode should be sponsored by Jimmy John's. It's
Brought
not,
to
but
you
we love
by
it.
a superior sandwich shop.
Jimmy John's. It's not brought to you by him at all, actually. We just like them. Man, fuck Subway and Disney.
Dude, I toasted a Subway sandwich the other day and it was still like soft.
Yeah.
Like, how does that happen?
Bread isn't supposed to be soft when you toast it.
Like, the ends are hard, so it like hurts your mouth, but then like the rest of it's totally soft. And like the
yeah,
meat,
it's
they-
like no
You're
matter how
right.
much you toast it, the bread is still soft and soggy from Jared's jizz.
And if you like hold those sandwiches, they taste like shit later. Jimmy
they
John's
do.
will always taste the exact same.
especially if you
and
chuck
good.
some sprouts in there. Mm.
Ugh.
I need to remember to do that next time.
Let's go to Jimmy John's tomorrow.
Yeah, I really.
Riley,
need
you want to do
that
Jimmy
now.
John's tomorrow?
Yeah, man, let's do Jimmy John's tomorrow.
We're all doing.
All right,
Jimmy
fuck you,
John's.
Yeah.
Karen Sprackett, and your Subway.
Hey, Mark Malay, don't forget to get those Jimmy Peppers this time.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
do the
Jimmy
Jimmy
Peppers.
Peppers straight
Jimmy
up.
Peppers are
Alright.
so good.
We'll remember. We'll write it on like our foreheads backwards when we look in the mirror in the morning. It'll just Jimmy Peppers.
Yep.
That tastes
Yeah,
too much
Kieran,
fun.
don't forget to get those Jimmy Peppers on your Subway.
Oh wait, you can't.
Yeah, Subway doesn't even have their own pepper blend, do they?
No.
No.
All Subway
It's like
has
maybe for
is
special
child
events,
sex
but-
trafficking. So I mean,
That's
if
their
that's
slogan.
your
It's like, we may
thing,
not have peppers, but we do have a child sex ring. It's just like, oh wow.
what I've always wanted. I'm gonna
Well, like,
stop
I don't know if you guys
talking.
have ever had Pot Bellies. They make a really good steak sandwich, but they also have a pepper blend that's really good, superior to Subway.
I've never had Potbellies.
Pot Bellies
No.
is good. They make good steak sandwiches. Anyways, we should end this on a good note. So, fuck Subway. Jimmy John's is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Disney. Good for Sony.
Yep. Bye, everybody.
Okay. Bye. See you
Bye.
next week.
I love you.